Today we'll start with the topic CSS selectors. What are the CSS selectors? CSS selectors are used to find or select the HTML elements you want to style. Like in different ways, if you wanted to select or find the elements, then how you can do that, we'll see with the help of CSS selector. Okay, which kind of selectors are available with us? The CSS universal selector, the CSS element selector, the CSS ID selector, the CSS class selector, and the CSS grouping selector. Okay, first of all, we will discuss about the CSS universal selector. When we talk about the CSS universal selector, the universal selector is represented by symbol star. Okay, the universal selector selects all the HTML elements on the page. Okay, for example, you wanted to define same kind of formatting to the all the available elements on the page, then you will use the universal selector. How it will apply the properties to the complete set of page, you can see here. Here is the example of the same. In this example, I have started the HTML tag. Okay, after that, I have defined the head tag. Under the head tag, I have defined the style tag. Under the style, after this, I have started the body tag. And under the body tag, I have H1 tag. I have three P tags. Okay, in this, we have defined some kind of text. Okay, now what we want is we wanted to define same kind of formatting to all the elements. So we will use here the universal operator, means we use the universal selector here. How we are going to use universal selector? I am using here star operator, then I have started the curly brackets. Under the curly bracket, I have defined the properties. This is my first property name, which is text align. Okay, the text line is center. Okay, I want my text to be aligned center, and I want my color to be blue. My font color should be blue. So I have put these properties. Now see what would be the output of the same. When you run that particular program, you can see this kind of output in the browser. Okay, so the formatting, whatever we have defined here under the style tag, fine, with the help of universal selector, that properties has been applied on all the segments of the page, like whatever, which kind of tag we have defined in the page, that is applied to every kind of the tag. Okay, so this is the purpose of universal selector. Okay, I hope this is fine. Let's do one practical of the same, so that you can got a more clear idea about the same. So I'm opening a notepad file. Okay, so in the notepad file, I'll start from the HTML block. Okay, first of all, I have started with the HTML block. Everyone knows that under HTML block, we have two blocks. First one is the head block and another one is the body block. Fine. So this is my body block. So under the body block, we are going to define one H1 tag. Here you can define anything. So I'm writing here, this is heading 1. Okay. For example, I'm defining 2 heading 1 and 1 heading 2. This is heading 2. Okay, and 1 P tag. Fine. So this way I have defined 4 tags in my page, 2 tags which belong to the same category, 2 different tags. Fine. So first of all, I'm going to save it. Okay, with any file name. For example, I'm writing here universal 2.html. So I have saved in my folder, which is placed at desktop. The folder name is HTML files. I have saved it there. Let me open that folder. This is my folder HTML files. Okay, I'm opening it. Under this, my file is universal2. This is my file name, so I'm going to open it. Okay, here you can see this is the output of my file. Right now there is no formatting. Okay, now we are going to define the formatting. For example, here I wanted to apply same kind of formatting to all the elements. So how can I do that? First of all, I'll start the style tag. Okay, under the style tag, what I'll do here is I'll use the universal operator, which is the star symbol. When you press shift plus H key, then it will be there on your screen. Okay, under this, for example, I wanted to apply the text align property, text align property center. Then I want color to be green. Fine. And let's run the program. I'm refreshing it. You can see the property which I have applied under the universal selector has been applied to all the tags present on our page, whether we have h1 tag, whether we have h2 tag, whether we have p tag. For example, if here I'll write background color property, background color I want is, for example, yellow. Okay, then see what will happen. Okay, so I'm refreshing my page. You can see the yellow color is available for the complete page because it has set background color for the body also. Fine, so it has been applied to the complete set of tags. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Now we'll start with the next slide. Fine. So next selector is the CSS element selector. The element selector selects HTML elements based on the element name. Like earlier in the previous video, we have also like with which method we were doing the things, that was the CSS element selector method. You can see here in the example. So here what I have done is under the body tag, I have 3 p tags. In one p tag, we have defined some kind of stuff under these p tags. Or here I wanted to define the formatting for the p tags only. So if you wanted to apply like formatting to a same type of tag, so how you can do this? You need to write here the tag name, which is also known as the selector. Okay, this is the selector. Then you will start the curly bracket. Then you will define the properties here. Like first property name is text align. I want text to be aligned center. Color should be red. Font color should be red. So this would be the output of the same. Okay, this is the case when you wanted to apply different formatting for all the p tags present here. If we do comparison with this file, for example, one format I have defined for the universally for all the tags. Now I wanted, for example, there are two tags, two p tags on my page. Now I wanted to define the type selector. Okay, how we can give formatting to the type selector. Here I am writing p tag, which is my selector. I am going to specify the properties for the p tag. For example, here I am giving background color. Color for the p tag is, for example, background color for this is green, and the font color I want is, for example, white. Okay, so I'm saving it. You can see I'm refreshing my file here. So what you will notice is whatever I have been applied the property using the type selector, that has been applied to the paragraph only, on the p tag only. So it will whatever you will define the property after using the type selector. Okay, here I wanted to apply the property on p tag, that's why it is applied on the p tag only. If you wanted to define property for the h1 tag. So you can write the properties for the h1 tag. Now I am not setting the properties for p tag, I am setting the properties for h1 tag. I am saving my file. Now I am refreshing it. You can see the properties has been applied to the h1 tag only. Fine. So if you wanted to apply same formatting to the all types of tags of the same category, then you should use the type selector. Fine. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Now we'll move to the another slide. I hope this is clear. Okay, now we have the CSS ID selector. The ID selector uses the ID attribute of HTML element to select a specific element. When you wanted to select a specific element, then only we use a ID selector. The ID of an element is a unique. Every time the ID of an element will be unique within the page. It cannot be same for any two tags, whether they belong to the same category, then also it could not be same. So the ID selector is used to select the one unique element. So to select an element with a specific ID, write a hash symbol or hash character followed by the ID of the element. So one more thing you need to keep in your mind is that you cannot start ID name with the numeric value. Always start ID name with the alphabet. After the alphabet or after the words, you can add the numeric values at the end of the ID, but cannot start ID with the numeric value. I hope it is clear. Now we will see the example of the same. Okay, let's see the example. Here is the example. What I have done, I have taken two paragraph tags. Like two paragraph tags are present on my under my body tag. To one paragraph tag, I have assigned ID. How you can assign ID to a tag? You will write attribute ID equal to, under the double quotation marks, you will write the ID name. Here you can write anything. I have written para1. So under the style tag, how you can assess the ID? First of all, you need to use hash symbol. Then you will specify the ID name. After that, you will start curly bracket, and here you can define the property, whatever the property you wanted to define. You can see, when you see the output of the same, you can see the formatting has been applied to only one tag where I have defined that particular ID. You can see I have defined IDs for this, and I have defined style for that particular ID. So this style has been applied to that particular ID only. I hope this is clear. Now we'll do the practical of the same. For example, now what we wanted to assign a different style or a different color to this. So I am assigning one ID to this p tag. For example, I am assigning p1 ID to this p tag. So here I'm going to assign here I'm going to use this properties here. Like for using the ID, what I'll use hash p1. Under the curly brackets, I'll define here my properties. For example, I wanted to define the background color, so I'm using background color as pink. Okay, I want background color pink for the ID p1. That is it. I wanted to change this thing only. So I am saving it. I'm going to my another page. I'm going to refresh that as well. Fine. So I'm going to refresh it. You can see the background color of only single tag has been changed because the ID has been applied to the single p tag only. So ID cannot be same for any two tags. Like our roll number remains different for every student, same way the ID remains different for every other tag. I hope this is clear. Okay, let's start with another type of selector. The another type of selector is the CSS class selector. The class selector selects the HTML elements within a specific class attribute, or you can say if you wanted to group different kind of element into the same category, then for that purpose we use CSS class selector. To select the element with a specific class, we need to write a period operator, which is also known as full stop, also known as dot, followed by the class name. How we can do it? For example, here you can see on the screen, I under the body tag, I have H1 tag and P tag. Here I have assigned class center to both of the tags. Okay, class can be same for the number of element. Okay, how many elements you wanted to put in the same class, you can assign that class to those elements. Fine. Here under the style tag, how you are going to assess the classes, you will use dot operator. You will write the class name here. After that, you will start curly brackets. Under the curly bracket, you will define the properties. You can see the properties has been applied to both of the different tags. Okay, same properties has been applied to both of the different tag. Let's do the practical of the same. For example, now you wanted to put this H1 tag and this P tag into the same class. So what you will do is you will come here, you will write class is equal to, for example, a class you wanted to assign for H1, the same class you wanted to assign for this P tag. So I have assigned same class A for this. Okay, for H1, we have assigned the same class. For this P tag, we have assigned the same class. So how you can use that particular class? To assess the class, we will use period operator, then the class name. After that, you will start the curly brackets. For example, for this class, I want background color to be tan. Okay, so for this class, which I have been assigned to H1 this tag and P this tag, I want the color to be assigned background color for these class for the tan. So let me refresh my page. Okay, so you can see here the formatting has been assigned to both of those tags. For the H1, the background color is tan, or for that P tag, the background color is tan. I hope this is clear to everyone right now. Okay, now we will do with another example. Another example we have is what you can also specify that only specific HTML element should be affected by the class. Now what you want is, for example, you wanted to affect P elements under the paragraph tag who has center class. Okay, so what if I have two tags here, H1 tag and P tag, both have the same class. What I wanted to apply formatting only on those like P tag under, like only on that center class which is under P tag. So P under the P tag there is only the one like under P tag there is only one element is under center class. So let's see the output. You can see the formatting has been applied to the P tag only, because here we have specified that we wanted to apply property only on the part of P tag which has assigned as the center class. Let me show you the practical example of the same. For example, these two elements are available under this class A. Now, earlier what I have done is I have applied all the formatting to all the elements which comes under the class A. Now I wanted to change the formatting of only those elements with those elements of the same class which comes under P tag. So I have written P dot A. I want their color should be changed to the tan color. I am saving it. Let me refresh my page. You can see only this color, this paragraph color, background color has been changed. Okay, the remaining, the H1 is remaining the same. Okay, H1 is still same. That is it. I hope this is clear to everyone. The leftover section will cover in our next video. Thank you so much everyone. Have a great day.